Hey guys, I'm Katie Nolan bringing you all the headlines that you need to know for Wednesday, November 28th. Kim Jong-un is the sexiest man alive, apparently. And hey, please don't name your kid hashtag. I don't think we should have to have this conversation. All that and more right here on your Guyism Speed Round. A baby girl born on Saturday night was actually named hashtag by her parents, as in that thing you use on Twitter. Hashtag Jameson. That's usually how I let people know I made a drunken mistake. I'm going to assume that sentence is also true for you. Yesterday we talked about that kid from 2.5 Men who told people that the show is filth. Well, now his mom has come forward to say she thinks he's being exploited and she's worried about that church that he's been hanging out with. Which means this woman is more afraid of her kid being around religious freaks than a drug-addicted wife-beater. Not for nothing though, seriously, I hate this kid. Like, oh, don't watch the show, it's filth. First of all, don't talk to me like I don't already. I know that. We all know that. You didn't. You're in the... Okay, second of all, look at him with floor seats to a Lakers game. Oh, it's filth, but that filth sure does buy me nice things. Probably sitting next to a guy having the same inner monologue. The official newspaper of the Chinese Communist Party got duped by The Onion yesterday when they ran a 55-picture gallery in honor of the news that Kim Jong-un was named sexiest man alive. It's not hilarious because it's not true. Methinks the Chinese Communist Party probably prints stuff that isn't true rather often. It's hilarious because Kim Jong-un kind of looks like that kid from the movie Up. That's not sexy, it's sort of molesty. And also, if we gave sexiest man alive to a guy from Korea, we would have to give sexiest man alive to every guy from Korea. It's true. New surveys taken of high school students show that less of them say that they're cheating, which, if you think about it, just means that they're getting better at it. A woman who's racked up over $105,000 in parking fees over the last 3 years by leaving her car at Chicago's O'Hare Airport claims that her ex-boyfriend put the car in her name without telling her, and therefore she shouldn't have to pay those. Yeah, okay, you should waive those, that's probably right, but more importantly, has anybody called your ex-boyfriend in like the last 3 years? 'Cause I think he's dead. Anna Nicole Smiths' 6-year-old daughter is modeling for Guess now. She appeared in some black and white vintage-looking ads that are similar to ones her mom did. Which means it's only a matter of time now before something vintage-looking is going to be appearing in her. Lady Gaga says that contrary to popular opinion, she actually really liked Lindsay Lohan's performance in the Lifetime movie Liz and Dick. Hey, maybe if we were all on the drugs that you're on, Crazy Pants, we could see eye to eye on that. Elisabeth Hasselbeck addressed Chris Brown's recent Twitter meltdown when he got into that fight with comedian Jenny Johnson on The View and said she's pretty sure that's verbal rape, and Twitter should be able to step in and handle stuff like that. Verbal rape, huh? By definition, wouldn't that be when your words enter me without my consent, and even if I try, I can't get you to stop and it brings you pleasure? Yeah, sort of like what you do. A Serbian council is warning village residents that a vampire is on the loose because his house collapsed, and they're advising them to hang garlic in their doors and windows to try to ward him off. The mayor says it's all well and good for people who don't live in Serbia to think that that's crazy, but there's no doubt in their minds that vampires are real. Meanwhile, that poor vampire is hiding out in a cave somewhere, hanging books and knowledge in his doors and windows to try to ward off all the crazy people. Also, really quick before I let you go, I know I don't normally get very serious here, but there is one thing I wanted to let you guys know about because it's actually kind of a really big deal. A bunch of countries like China, Russia, and Iran are lobbying for the International Telecommunications Union, a UN agency, to take over control of the internet. And they're meeting next week to discuss what the terms of that would be, but it's some pretty scary stuff. Like, one of the things they want to do is make it so that anytime somebody from another country visits your website, you have to pay a fee. That means anytime anybody from like Russia comes and clicks on Google, Google has to pay a fee. And obviously there are websites who are a lot smaller than Google and they're not going to be able to handle all that money, so they're just going to close down their website to international visitors, which obviously is what these people want. Basically, long story short, these people want to take the internet and put it in the greasy, small childlike hands of politicians, and that can't happen. So there's a number of petitions online that you can find. I'll put a link to the 2 that I know of down in the description below, but educate yourself on this and let's just do your best to make sure it doesn't happen. And if you're thinking, oh, that's totally not going to happen, you're definitely overreacting, then okay, we'll wait and see. And then when the internet's gone and you don't have anybody to blast your useless opinion to anymore, you're going to be very sad and alone. Okay, on that note, that's going to do it for your speed round, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel. Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know which joke made you laugh the loudest. And if you haven't laughed yet, then it must be very quiet where you are. But I'll throw a link in the description to a video that will make you do so. Enjoy your hump days. Don't forget to click on those petitions. And I will see you here tomorrow with more headlines that you need to know. There's a guy in Florida who's being accused of performing dentistry without a license, and then one of his female patients said that he put his lips on her ass during an appointment. She's upset about that. Mine puts sharp metal power tools in my mouth, so I don't think yours is a downgrade. Can I have his number?